Hello everyone, I'm Tori Davis, and I'm the social media director of Gracie Downtown, which is a local jiu-jitsu academy in downtown Pensacola. I will be going over the Facebook analytics report for you guys and for Tony Baker, who is the owner of Gracie Downtown, so that he can better understand our social media analytics and what our social media has been doing. I will be looking at July to October, which will help give an inside look into when I started taking over the page and to current time. So for our agenda, I'm going to be looking at the fan growth from July 1st to October 30th, and I took over on the 21st, so this kind of shows from before I took over to October. I'm also going to be looking at what made the number of fans go up or go down, and who likes the page, like what's our demographics, male, female, other. Next, I'll be looking at Facebook engagement and visibility. So here we're going to look at the engagement versus the reach versus the impressions. And then we will take a look at Facebook post performance. So how are the posts doing on Gracie Downtown's Facebook page? Then we'll go over some key takeaways. What do all these insights mean? And then some conclusions. So first of all, let's take a look at July. So July is when I took over the page on the 21st, and as you can see, there's a huge spike on the 21st, which served 10 new likes. So there's some spikes with new likes in July, which is really cool, and only a total of 14 unlikes in July. Here we have August, which had multiple spikes of new likes and gained the page 58 new likes, which was pretty cool because we only had 13 unlikes. And here we have September, which had the most new likes with a total of 75 and only 15 unlikes. And I'm going to go into a little bit more of what that means in a few slides. So next was October, and this is the last month we looked at, and it had spikes of both unlikes and likes. So here we can see the page really wasn't doing as great as it had been in previous months in the like department. So what does that all mean? Looking at the number of likes and unlikes better shows what affected the number each month and the total number over time. So there was a major spike the day I took over, like I said, and it also revealed that September had the highest number of new likes with a grand total of 75. So the reason that I think, and well, I know that September had the highest number of new likes was this was the month that UFC champion Royce Gracie came in for a seminar and meet and greet, and the event was heavily advertised and promoted the entire month on social media. We had a huge turnout, and I had a lot of people that engaged with the page and our event and all the photos that came. So that totally makes sense that September was the most had the most new likes. So here we have the total likes for each month at the end of the month. I think it's important to look at this because we can see how the likes really went up. So in July we had just about 1,384, and then at the end of October we had 1,494. So that is a total of 110 new likes in this period of 4 months. So it really shot up, especially in that September time frame, and we only had one new like from September to October, but that's still a huge jump from July. So it's really cool to look at that. So now I'm going to take a look at who likes Gracie Downtown. Who's our demographic and who are we reaching? So unsurprisingly, men make up the majority of Gracie Downtown's fan base with 73%, and there is 1,092 male fans. And then there's female fans, there's 392, and unknown is about 10. So it makes sense because Gracie Downtown is a martial arts academy for jiu-jitsu. So, and we have mostly guys. We have definitely some girls that come, but mostly we have men who come to our academy. So next, I'm going to look at the Facebook engagement and visibility. So first off, let's look at the reach. So the reach is very high, with August and September having the most reach. So again, with our September, it totally makes sense because of Hoist Gracie's event. So now let's take a look at impressions. So impressions, again, we have August and September, and these are extremely high with numbers in the 48,000 and 55,000. Where with reach, we had 26,000 and 29,000 as our high numbers. So we have the reach and impressions. Now let's take a look at engagement. So engagement, September takes the prize for the most engagement, and August comes in a close second. And as you can see, all of these graphs kind of look similar, but what is important to remember about what is important to look at as the highest month of engaged users only has 3,826, where the highest month of impressions had 55,000. So I think that's a huge thing to look at. So now let's look at how they all compare in a bar chart form. And we have the July, the August, September, October reach, impressions, and engaged users. And look at that. Look at how much impressions we have. Like, the impressions are through the roof. And then we have the reach, which is also still really high in comparison to those engaged users. So the three pie charts are all around the same percentages each month, but the column chart really shows the discrepancies. And while the amount of impressions is extremely high and the amount of reach is fairly high, the amount of engagement is nowhere near the numbers of the organic reach and impressions. The page is reaching and making impressions on many people, but what is important is to get those people to engage with the content. And while we do have engagement, it's nowhere near the amount of visibility we have. So, like I said, where August was the highest for reach and impressions, September was the highest when it came to engaged users. And again, this makes sense because of the Hoist Gracie event and all the posts and photos and likes that it entailed. So now let's take a look at the Facebook post performance. So as you can see here, we have a pretty successful amount of engagement in these July 21st through October 30th timeframe. And if you take a closer look, though, it's very apparent that likes have the most amount of engagement. So 87% of the engagement on the posts come from likes. So that is 3,695 likes on the different posts. And then the comments and shares are pretty close, with 7% being comments and 6% being shares. So we've had a total of 285 comments and 263 shares, which is still really good numbers, but not as much as the likes that we have. So my first key takeaway is that we need to come up with a new seminar or event to really push and promote over the period of a month. So the fan growth analysis really drove home the fact that events and seminars are really beneficial to Gracie Downtown social media presence. So working on a new event would really boost the likes more, and promoting that event and having a series of posts and likes about the event would really benefit the social media or the Facebook page for Gracie Downtown. And then what Social Media Examiner says is to watch what's working, and it is a fact that the Hoist Gracie event helped gain attention both on Facebook and for the Academy. So I think trying to replicate that with a new event could be super beneficial to the Gracie Downtown Facebook page. My key takeaway number 2 is to post more content that would appeal to women. So according to my fan analysis, Gracie already has a very strong male presence and audience, so the focus needs to be on reaching out to the females, posting more content that would create more female fans and in turn create more female students would be really beneficial not only to the Facebook page but to the Academy itself. I think one way that we could do this is by promoting the self-defense class and also promoting the benefits of women participating in a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu self-defense class would bring Gracie Downtown more female students and really pump up our self-defense program. So, and then another idea would be to add a Facebook coupon for, say, 10% off the first 3 months of the class when you sign up for a women's self-defense. Could also help bring in more female likes and students. And Wish Pond suggest that using coupons not only helps bring in customers, but also helps bring in likes, which is super key and super important for a successful social media page. My last key takeaway is to post more engaging content. So Gracie Downtown's Facebook is reaching and making so many impressions on people, but really not gaining the amount of engagement that we could receive. The audience and post likes are there, so it is time to get more comments and shares. Adding in posts that ask questions or motivate people to comment and share would really benefit the Academy's engagement level on Facebook. Because like I said, we have those likes on those posts, but we need to get the comments and the shares to really amp up the engagement. So Post Planner states that asking your fans questions and using fill-in-the-blank posts are some of the easiest ways to get people to engage with your posts. So I think we could take advantage of that and maybe ask some questions on our Facebook page and come up with good ones that would get people to comment and share and like the post, even though we already definitely have the likes, but just to gain more engagement and post more engaging comment would really benefit the Gracie Downtown Facebook page. So in conclusion, Gracie Downtown has the fans with 1,494. We have the reach, we have the impression, and the guys. So now it's time to focus on gaining more engagement and focus on our ladies and bringing ladies into our academy and in turn to our Facebook page. So now it's time to experiment. We should try out new approaches and ideas and see if they can work for the page's benefit. We can try out the coupon, we can try out the questions, we can add new seminars and new events, and meet and greets, or gallery night events. The possibilities are completely endless and we never know until we try. So thank you for listening to my social media analytics report on Gracie Downtown, and I can't wait to hear what you think. And check us out at Gracie Downtown on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And I didn't go over Instagram and Twitter because I had a lot to go over for Facebook, so I think I really wanted to focus in on Facebook because that's where most of our engagement is, and we're very new to Twitter. I only created it last week, and with Instagram I'm still gaining that audience, but it's still, so I really wanted to focus on Facebook because that's where our fans are. But thank you for listening to me and watching this video.